Hi again. I'm sure over the last week or two, many of you have really enjoyed getting back to in-person services on a Sunday. I know it's not been possible for everyone and for everywhere, but at least things are going in the right direction. We anticipate that possibly as soon as next week that the cap of 50 people attending a service will be lifted, and that the number of people allowed in a building will depend on the size of the building, as long as 2 metre distancing can be adhered to. We're also hoping in the coming weeks that we'll learn news of the increased numbers permitted at funeral services and at wedding services. But the COVID group continues to monitor these things, and we will let you know and update the guidance as and when it is relevant to do so. Today I've taken you back to one of my favourite places, to Borrig, and behind me here is the cairn that was erected as a tribute, as a memorial to the McCrimmon pipers. The McCrimmons served as pipers to the chiefs of Clan MacLeod for over 10 generations. Their job was to compose music for the clan chiefs, to play music for the clan chiefs, and they did it very well. They were renowned for their great gifts and skills and talents that they used to serve the clan chiefs. They also established here in Borrig a school of piping to which people would come from far and wide, so that they could also learn the great skill of playing bagpipes. To be honest, I tried when I was younger to learn how to play the chanter with a view of playing the bagpipes. I loved the idea of it, but to be honest, I didn't have the discipline or the commitment to see it through. Tomorrow there will be the funeral service for the Duke of Edinburgh, for Prince Philip. I do not know if he could play the bagpipes, or even if he enjoyed hearing the bagpipes being played. But one thing he was very good at playing was playing second fiddle. He played second fiddle to Her Majesty the Queen, to enable her to do all that she had to do as the monarch of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. And when you stop and think about it, it takes a lot of grace to live in somebody else's shadow. I think it was my colleague John Ross who posted something online that was a quote from Charles Spurgeon, which said that it takes more grace than I can tell to play the second fiddle well. Well, Prince Philip, he played the second fiddle very well, as he lived constantly a few steps behind Her Majesty in order to allow her to always be the focal point and to do the work that she had to do. For us as Christians, playing the second fiddle should be second nature to us, because we are called to serve not just a clan chief, nor indeed the monarch of the UK or the Commonwealth, but to serve the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. When John the Baptist saw Jesus, you'll remember how he responded. Look, there's the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world. And when his followers and others wanted to give some of the acclaim to John the Baptist himself, he would have none of it. He said, no, he says, you must look to the one whose shoes I am not even worthy to untie. He said, he is the one who must increase and I must decrease. He is the one who must become greater I must become lesser. And that is the attitude, the spirit with which we must live our Christian lives. We are always to seek to give to Jesus Christ all the glory, all the praise as we serve him. We learn to play second fiddle constantly by practicing it more and more and more, with that constant prayer in our hearts that Jesus must increase and we must decrease. It takes more grace than I can tell to play the second fiddle well, but that is what we must do. When I was in college studying for ministry, we had to do a preaching class. And at one preaching class, I preached a sermon on the donkey that carried Jesus into Jerusalem. And to be honest, the sermon got ripped to shreds. But the point I was trying to make in that sermon was the fact that when people saw Jesus coming into Jerusalem on the donkey, nobody said, "Look at the donkey," or how wonderful the donkey was. All eyes were fixed upon Jesus. Let us serve our Christ in such a way that all eyes are fixed upon him, that he is the one upon whom people are focused, and that to him will be given all the glory, all the honour, all the praise, now and forever. Take care, God bless, and we'll speak again soon.